All right, Coach. Well, after 3 years as the home of the Chargers, it is most likely the final regular season home game at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. You ain't going nowhere.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Peyton Barber. 78 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go. 50 out long. 54 miles. Switch up, switch up.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man, that's Hardman. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
This time Jackson will throw it. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
Oh, Barber loses it. And picked up by the Chargers. And Franks is running in for a Charger touchdown. The offense was in a tough spot, and opportunistic defense takes advantage, get the turnover, they get the touchdown too.
I know this is going to sound strange, but oftentimes defenses call for this type of a play in this situation. Offense is pinned back near their own goal line. They tell them, be aggressive, go for the football, create a score. That's exactly what they did.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Murray going to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
A gain of 12. First down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Bannon able to get in there and drop him behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I got him. Set.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. Where do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. First down, Murray. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Take 4. Whip. Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Chance. He's gone.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Breida. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Badgley now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
54 miles. Get him, get him, get him. Bang, 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 bang.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Murray again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Rolling to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Raiders 14, Chargers 0.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there, not a big impact on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. These 2 teams have been in the same division, meeting twice a year for decades, and there was some buzz in the press box earlier about the Holy Roller game in 1978. That's when Ken Stabler was about to get sacked, fumbled the ball. It got pushed forward. Dave Casper fell on it in the end zone, and the Raiders would win 21-20. And that was the catalyst for changing the offense's ability to advance a recovered fumble. Little history lesson for all you youngsters out there. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Murray now, perfect since the 2nd half started, 7 of 7. And Foster loses the football. It's out and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out. On its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They run again with Breida. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Chargers.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53's Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
Come on, boy. Don't be scared of it. 36, 32, Jet, cover. 22, Jet, cover.
On first down, here's Breida. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Into the secondary again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play. Move on. Next drive, that mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
All right, Coach. Well, after 3 years as the home of the Chargers, it is most likely the final regular season home game at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Murray now on first down. And he's caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Callaway, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Check 99. Check 99.
Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now the Chargers offense going to line up here and go for 2. They run it with Breida. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run it with Breida, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
3rd and 13.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He pitches it. And he's got some space here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
Jackson will look to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught. Touchdown, LA! Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Ready. 15 on it. 55. Touchdown, defense. Hey, take it. Off.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Raiders.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Murray, and the pressure gets to him again. K.J. Wright in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This time Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the pass.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is,
a big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
First down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. after the sack here, 2nd and 11. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Show it up. Show it up.
Now it's Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
This is Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Murray. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Forced out to his left. He's going to Murray fighting. Lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here again is McCammon. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jarek McCammon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Jackson. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, 75 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Next to score, Chargers 47, Raiders 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, 52 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair. They'll run with Barber here, right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Raiders pick it up. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, 64 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Barber. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let's get it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll toss it to Breida. There he goes left side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, 30 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
At the 14-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Come on, QB, come on.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee.
Let's go, baby.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag it down to the end zone for 2 points. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it is no good, so maybe a little final act of mercy there, and that's how this one ends. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.